somebody who is not able to grow in their career, right? Or they're feeling stuck. It's very critical to for us to figure out what we could do differently in terms of ensuring that we have sustainability and growth in the market. And when we look at that, there is no other option apart from working with the industry, because that's what the technology, that's what the requirement, that's what the trend is, which means that's where the requirement of skilled employees or skilled people would be needed for their for people to go ahead and solve problems as well. So with
Uh,
that,
Shilpa,
yeah,
can you hear me?
yeah, I can, because yeah,
Yeah, there was a break for like 5, 6 seconds now. If you can
okay.
repeat, yeah,
The last part, okay. I'm so
yeah.
sorry. I think I'm struggling with a little internet slowness. I hope I'll just repeat myself. So what I said is, at this point in time, I think anybody who is struggling in their career pathway, right, be it with the stagnation, be it people who are not growing, they're not able to see the next steps in their career, or people who are yet to start their career as well, right, or people who have been in a career break and are struggling to start their career. The logical reasoning over here would be to go ahead and learn the right technology and walk with the industry. And currently, AI is the requirement of the market where we can go ahead and get an opportunity as well. Right. So I see one raise hand. I think audible is what people are saying. So yeah, we'll go ahead with that, right? So having said that, I'll just go ahead and talk about the next part. That is what is artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is. I hope my visible. You guys,
Yes, the screen is visible, Shilpa.
my
Yeah,
screen is visible, right?
yeah,
Okay,
okay.
okay. So what I was basically trying to talk about is what is artificial intelligence, and I think we all understand it is a branch of computer science which is definitely something that we have been genuinely working with, and with that it is able to so what AI does is it is able to mimic human brain at this point in time, right? So that's precisely what it is able to do, right? So having said that. Understanding the human-like intelligence and replicating human-like intelligence is what the systems of AI is designated to or designed to do, right? So there are multiple parameters contributing to it, starting from understanding the natural language, recognizing patterns in the data, making decisions on those data patterns, and learning from data and experience is what AI typically means, right? Now, having said that. Talking about the uh, learning pathway in AI. So I think I have mentioned this particular pathway, while we started this particular discussion. There are two ways, or there are two kinds of people that I always come across, right? Who are the ones who are very specific about the fact that they have been working in their organizations or their particular domains for, say, 4 years, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, 15 years. And now, when they see the disruption of AI, which is a different domain all put together, creates a lot of confusion on people as to what could be my possible pathway. Can I make it? Am I the right person to be able to go ahead and do this? Will I be able to get an opportunity in this particular segmentation, being one of the segments that I come across? And the second set of people that I come across in my day-to-day life are the folks who are already working in tech, right? So while I think you folks have already are already able to go ahead and firsthand experience the opportunities and possibilities in AI and the projects that we are dealing with day in day out. What we are struggling to basically understand is how it is going to help us see the growth pathway in this particular segmentation as well. Now, with that, I would answer this particular question in two different ways, right? So the first and the foremost thing in the field of AI and machine learning requires there are two things, there are two pathways how this should be taken further from here. The very first pathway is being in the same domain and integrating AI as a technology in this domain. right? That's the first and the foremost way where and how people can go ahead and actually see growth in their career progression. So people who feel that they have about, what, say, some sort of experience, be it 5 years, 10 years, 15 years of an experience, and they want to make a career progression integrating AI, this is the best way that they can utilize their previous years of experience integrating AI as a technology and then move ahead to the next level. Because at the end of the day, it is about problem solving. The second pathway that comes along, in this particular segmentation is a complete transition, which means I am changing my domain as well as I'm integrating AI as a technology, which means I'm basically, probably okay to let go of my previous experience and then get into a better opportunity because the domain itself has a higher potential, be it your roles and responsibilities, and the second being the salary package. When I say roles and responsibilities, right, the reason why this is called as a trending technology, at this point in time, while there is so much of buzz, is the fact that AI as a domain, first of all, it's a fast growing field. And the number of opportunities that you see in this particular segment is huge, right? So be it in the segment of machine learning, deep learning, AI, generative AI, agentic AI, all of these segments have separate minimum of 5 to 6, 10 different job roles in each of the segmentation, which actually increases opportunities for folks to go ahead and get a option to open up their or broaden their career growth and perspective in the future as well. So if I throw numbers at you guys, I think you can easily see my screen to figure that out, that if I talk about the AI as a market, the growth in this particular segment, from it is expected to grow from 184 billion dollars in 2024 to 826 billion dollars by 2030, which is precisely what it is. Like, the investment, what the companies are doing in the field of AI and machine learning is to learn how to leverage AI. Right. So that's the reason why there is so much of opportunities that are opening up. Roles are now transforming. I mean, there are not, roles which are, coming up, which are newly created. And these roles have an interaction of AI and machine learning in the process as well. Now, having said that, AI is also, I think, a high paying job. I think this needless for me to again explain, because we all understand if one person is typically able to replace three people, the math says you will be paid more, right? And of course, and that has to be also done or learned at the right point in time to be able to go ahead and get that kind of a career progression or a salary package, growth as well. Now, intellectually, or opportunities into this, I see or come across the third segment where people find this a lot challenging, something that they find their interest in to be able to go ahead and get a better opportunity as well, right? So that's precisely what it does as a process as well. Having said that, coming to the major part of, now that we know why to learn AI, we should also understand where to start, right? Because while a lot of us coming in from a non-technical background feel that they need a base in AI or some kind of a technology or something that they need to do as a pre-work before they can get into. While you are all right, there are very specific pathways in the field of AI, because the fundamentals of AI is nothing but mathematics and statistics, right? So it does not need anything more than your willingness to basically learn this, because it's about all of your careers, right? So it is never going to be a easier task. It is never going to be something that will just happen being in our comfort zone. That is not possible. Expecting something to just happen out of the blue, because with being in our comfort zone and ensuring things fall in place, sorry, that's not how career works, right? We understand that pathway, right? The major or the most basic requirement, one or rather the base in AI starts with mathematics and statistics. Now, again, the question that comes over here is, I have not done mathematics in my graduation or my post graduation or my, it's been a long time. It's been like 20 odd years. I've not done have not been doing anything like that, right? So that's very true, right? But that does not necessarily mean that we have to get into the core and a lot of maths that we learn from our, fourth standard onwards that we need to get into. That's not something that is expected. It has a very specific learning journey that it requires, and all of it just requires our willingness to learn when you are, learning it from the right segment of people as well, right? So that's how precisely this works. Now, having said that, the AI skills, to develop the specialist skills in AI, uh, learning always begins on should begin from statistics, to be able to, understand and master data collection, analysis, and interpretation. I think all of these things you guys already understand, while I'm just probably helping you to, go through a basic understanding on this. Mathematics is again, I think the logic in this particular segmentation is built on maths. So, focusing on areas like linear algebra or calculus and probability for AI applications is one of the crucial aspects of learning, which will be and should be a pathway that has to be utilized by anyone wanting to make a career in this. Programming language, currently the utilization in the market is Python. R used to be one of the aspects that was utilized before, and Python is much more efficient as well. So currently, majority of the organizations are utilizing Python. One of the things that I would like to highlight over here, which I have very recently come across, especially from folks who are coming in from technical roles, maybe, working in Java already. The typical question that I get across is, I have my career in Java. How do you think Python is going to work out? So I'll tell you this. Back in 2000s, we had COBOL, right? C++, which doesn't exist anymore, right? So as a part of being a part of technology, I think change is the only constant that we need to be a part of. And someone understanding one language can easily understand any other language as well, right? So learning this from scratch is very important. And for those who are coming in from a non-technical domain, thinking Python would be very, very tough. So that's not true. Learning Python is like, learning English, if I have to put it in layman's term. It's one of the most efficient languages that are available at this point in time for someone to actually understand and communicate with the computers. Um, Having said that, there are, of course, data structures and data science and machine learning, deep learning pathway that you go through. And the essential AI tools, that comes along is Python libraries. And then, of course, have to learn pandas for data manipulation, NumPy for mathematical operations, and scikit-learn for machine learning, PyTorch and Keras for deep learning as well. Commercial APIs, there are, a lot of us, of course, we are all aware of OpenAI APIs for hands-on and AI development as well. Hugging Face, LangChain utilize pre-trained models and frameworks for advanced AI applications, as we all understand. So all of these tools are very handy and has to be learned for someone to go ahead and learn how to train those models and, find a solution as well. Now, having said that, coming to the learning roadmap of AI, as I think we already discovered that the initial first 1 2 months, up to 3 months rather, is the foundation layout, right? So it has to be dedicated to the foundation building, which is the mathematics basics, which is to understand and learn Python programming, and of course data manipulation, right? So to master the pathway, or master your career in AI and machine learning, it is and it has to start from the foundations itself. Because be it even if the ones that are talking about generative AI or agentic AI, right? See, if you do not understand machine learning, generative AI does not make sense. So while it looks very lucrative to just go and get into generative AI directly, when you come to a logical reasoning behind being able to work with generative AI, if you don't know natural language processing, generative AI has no sense that you can make out of, right? Neither, without deep learning, you cannot make sense out of, again, generative AI as well. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning, which means a proper learning in AI is and has to be a comprehensive or end-to-end learning, which is going to be somewhere between 10 to 12 months of learning journey that we are talking about, because it is an investment that we are doing to our career in the field of AI, where just a basic knowledge is not going to be sufficing, or superficial knowledge is not going to suffice the requirement anymore. Companies at this point in time are also very specific about the duration of the program that you're currently also working with, right? So that's the kind of expectation that the organizations have, where one of the most important aspect contributing is the duration of the learning that you've done as well, because it is directly proportional to the comprehensiveness and the core, the foundations that you come with, which is the building block for anybody to be able to provide sustainable solutions out there. Hmm? Now, having said that, starting from the foundation building, the next from the fourth month till the sixth month, the idea is to be able to go ahead and learn machine learning and AI concepts. While you learn machine learning, you learn supervised, unsupervised learning. You should learn, recommendation systems, of course, the AI core concepts, deep learning, and of course, how to train your models, right? And then comes to the next level of your learning, which is basically the specialization, which is between the seventh and the ninth month, right? So this is where you get into the specialization, you get into deep learning, MLOps being one of the deployment, or one of the aspects that is also required for people who are coming in, or who are also working in the core technical side of the process alongside of the domain expertise, right? So domain expertise, the application in various domains, how it has been implementing AI is very, very important, right? Now, month 10 and beyond, or 10 months onwards, is where you need to have a continuous growth pathway and advanced specialization, learning AI ethics and industry trends and its applications, right? So very, very vividly. So that's precisely how the learning roadmap of AI and machine learning typically works. Now, having said that, I think the job roles which I was highlighting, right, earlier before that are available, and I think I already told that these job roles are not just limited to roles like a data scientist or a machine learning engineer or a research scientist kind of an opportunity anymore. While these roles are available at different segments of career pathway for people, these roles are also not just or also for folks who are looking out for a freshers, who are freshers in the market or having 1 2 3 years of experience, who are looking forward for a complete career shift as well. But these roles are also applicable at various levels, even if people are working in different segments of an organization, and they are also now, after learning AI, is able to handle cross-functional teams in the technology side of the process. So that could lead to opportunities into techno leadership roles, right? That could lead into opportunities into techno functional roles, that could lead to opportunities into techno strategic roles at the end of the day, not just the core technical roles from here and there, right? So it actually opportunities, or provides you opportunities to be able to build your career in different segmentations, where the requirement, be it into as a data scientist or a machine learning engineer, the requirement is for someone to learn end to end of AI. Because it is, you cannot just have a bits and parts of learning and say that you know it all. Bits and parts, connecting the dots is the major question. You'll not be able to build a sustainable solution if you're not able to propose a sustainable solution or optimized solution. Any which ways, what you're wanting to achieve or being a part of those organizations is highly unlikely as well, right? So that's precisely why end-to-end learning in AI becomes very, very critical, right? So all of those roles require you to have hands-on with Python, learn the ML concepts, understand statistical analytics, data visualization, working with core ML frameworks, data structures and software architecture, working with problem solving capacity and so on and so forth, right? Now, having said that, I think as a product or as a domain of AI, great learning has been one of the pioneer in the field of delivering education, especially into data-driven, learnings since 2013. Now, majority of you who has joined us in this particular session, very few of you have heard about AI or machine learning or R or optimization back in 2013, right? right? And then since then is when we are basically doing courses, which is to do with AI and machine learning. So while this has become a trending technology in the industry, this is something which requires you to go ahead and this is something which requires to be learned in the right pathway, and from the credible source as well. So when I talk about being a part of great learning, I think one of the things that I'm 100% onboarded with is the fact and the vision and mission that we drive since 2000. I think the established year is 2013, while the idea process, everything started way before, since 2010 onwards. The idea is to be able to provide quality education at the most affordable cost possible, right? So with that, when you look at the university collaboration that we have, these are top-notch universities, be it University of Texas at Austin, be it in MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, be it Stanford, be it Northwestern, be it IIT Bombay, and so on and so forth, right? So all of these universities are the top-notch, who are known in the respective domain of data science and AI, who are basically imparting the knowledge associated with the great learning platform. Now, having said that, we have, I mean, of course, without having a credibility and a skill, I think companies are not okay to hire people in this particular segmentation, which is where we have more than 4,500 plus hiring partners at this point in time, if I talk about it. And we serve in 170 plus countries, out of which 110 plus countries are our paid users for this particular program as well. Right. So with that, coming to the comprehensive learning journey, which I was talking about for a while with you guys, this is where I think folks who are wanting to build a career in AI, there is no shortcut. Let me tell you upfront and outright, if you have to hear it from me, and you have to internalize this. There is no way, there is no shortcut that is available in the field of AI that you can just do a 3 months of a course or a 2 months of a course or a crash course, figuring out if this works out or not. So there is no if and but over here. If you really want to make your career in the field of AI, there is no gray area in this segmentation, right? Here, you'll have to learn, you'll have to find, and you'll have to, make your pathway, and then only you can go to the next level. So with that, I think the most popular program and the oldest most program that we have is the 12 months post-graduation program in AI and machine learning from University of Texas at Austin and from Great Lakes. Right now, this is a program which comes with a 360-degree understanding of AI and machine learning, starting from the foundation onwards. Now, I think this is one of the major questions that I get from my learners, out there, where they, ask me this question, whether I'm going to be able to start from scratch or not. The answer to that question is absolutely yes. You will be starting this program, and we will be starting the learning from the very basics, even including a pre-work as a part of the learning journey as well. Because we don't expect people who are into technology to remember what they have learned in their graduation in mathematics. So it's an unfair ask if we ask somebody to remember their mathematics background, and the ones who are coming in from non-technical, or people who are coming from a non-mathematical background, to go ahead and have a background in this. It doesn't make sense. I mean, this would have been a pre-COVID situation, before 2020 situation. Market standards, market expectations were very, very different. Getting into those opportunities, companies laying out options in AI was not that prominent as well, which is where there were filtrations and things like that. But right now, the major aspect of job roles that are getting affected by are the non-technical ones, who are basically doing the redundant work here and there. So they are the ones who are getting automated using AI, which means it's high time for us at this point in time in the market to be able to go ahead and go to the next, basically to learn, to implement, integrate, and walk with the industry to be able to make our career in this. Right. So that's precisely what this program is curated for. It is curated for working professionals with the same pathway, starting from foundations to understanding the core of machine learning, deep learning, AI, specialize into the segment of generative AI, and then agentic AI, and then understanding the pathway, the flow, creating the the models from the ground up and so on and so forth, right? So, and this is applicable to every single layer or every single hierarchy in an organization, because at any level, if you are a person who is leading a team where you have folks who are reporting, who already are working on AI models at this point in time, learning the core technology and the end-to-end of technology of AI and machine learning is important for even you as well. The reason why it is because for someone to be an effective manager in the field of AI, if we don't know the nitty-gritties of AI, you will not be able to be an effective leader. And that's the reality. Tomorrow, your team will come down and say, hey, you know what, the concept or the execution that you're asking us to do, the integration, that will take 3 months of time. If you don't understand the nitty-gritties, you will, not be able to go ahead and put a pathway where you can, where the same task could have been done in just 3 weeks of time rather than 3 months. Right? So all of this is going to require that end-to-end understanding irrespective. Right? So that's where this program with intensive amount of, or rather extensive amount of research over years has been prepared and now, curated and delivered, of course, with the dual certification, one from University of Texas at Austin, and the other is from Great Lakes directly, right? So the course is designed for working professionals working, and we understand that currently the time commitment in our offices have increased. For all the folks out there, I mean, there are more hours required. While what we are not able to simply do is to reduce our redundant work. See, all of us have one thing in common, that is time crunch, right? Even if you are a person who is able to, who is at a very high position, or a person who is probably starting your career, time management and time, to be able to go ahead and have productive work done, we all need time. And that time is money as well, right? So while all of us are required to go ahead and get into an opportunity into this particular domain, we all require to actually learn the core technology end to end. So for that, to help you with the entire process, this 12 months program can be learned anywhere, anytime, where the weekly time commitment is only about 8 to 10 hours in a week, and that's all, right? Networking with people with similar interests and similar profile is something that has been done in this entire process as well, right? So this is something which we do in terms of the process, and in terms of the program. There will be, of course, a dedicated program support. While there is a program support, the entire program is curated to be able to go ahead and be in a group of 25 learners coming in from a similar, portfolio background domain as that of you. So when the training happens in this particular program, it is not like it's put in a group of some 150, 200, 300 students, right? It's put in a very close group of 25 learners coming in having similar interests, similar outcome goals that we all have in our mind, and how we are expecting, or what kind of an outcome that we are expecting from that particular learning journey as well. So this ensures that we are able to match our pace of learning. We are able to go ahead and integrate how we perceive AI. We're integrating that, and we are learning problem solving as well as building our portfolio from day one in the program. So it's a comprehensive dual certification program which needs to be earned, and hence, you'll be evaluated continuously as well with a dedicated program support in the program, alongside of career opportunities or other career support that is provided, in this particular program. Now, the curriculum roadmap, I think it follows the pathway of what one needs to learn to build their career in AI. So starting from the foundations of Python and data science, the curriculum is very robust and curated for all different segments of people. People who are coming in with no background in Python, there will be a boot camp for non-programmers, basically non-programmers who do not have any background in any language as well, right? Of course, for the ones who are already having a background in any programming language, for them it's definitely an option wherein you can get into Python directly, rather than just going ahead with the basics of the programming and so on and so forth. So that's the kind of nature that this program already comes with. So foundations of Python and data science is what it starts with, of course. Yes, slowly we will be steadily in the third month, you'll be second month onwards, you'll be moving into core of machine learning and advanced techniques, mastering linear regression, decision trees, k-means clustering, and model tuning. Post that, you'll be getting into neural networks and computer vision. So we now get into deep learning segments of the process as well, where we understand neural networks and computer vision as a part of the learning journey. Then we will be slowly moving into NLP, natural language processing, along with generative AI. It has levels, of course. We have generative AI starting from the basics till the advanced level of generative AI, which will be a part of the process along with RAG and AI assistant development, which is your agentic AI. Then comes the ML deployment, basically the model deployment and the ML ops side of the process, which is one of the core things which we all need to learn in order to collaborate better with our cross-functional teams. Creating ML pipelines and model interpretability, all of these things will be a part of the learning journey. And I mean, in this entire process, SQL and applied statistics is again the core foundation level learning, which is required one to have in order to move to the next level. So that's about it in terms of the curriculum roadmap that it has in this particular program, and that's how it is curated with extensive research over not just 1 2 years. I think if you any one of you understand or know UT Austin, UT Austin is actually established in year 1883, and it has a center of excellence in innovative technologies and has been a pioneer in the field of AI. So AI as a domain is existing since 1955 as an independent field of research and development, which cannot be taught by anybody and everybody. Right. So when it comes to a domain like AI, it is not a subsidy of or it is not derived from any third segment all put together. It is an independent field where it requires one to have that understanding end to end and learn from a credible source to be able to go ahead and recognize themselves in any organizations that you all are wanting to get into. So with that, I think we come to an end to what I wanted to present in the process. I'll just stop the share and I'll start taking your queries at this point in time. Um, yeah, you can all go ahead and raise your questions in the chat section, please. I hope I'm audible to you guys. Vikas, are you there?
Yes,
Okay,
Shilpa, you are audible.
I am.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah.
So anybody having any questions, please go ahead and put it up in the chat box. I wanted to hear your thoughts about this, any suggestions, anything that I should add on, any questions you all have in your mind which you would like to talk about, maybe I'll be more than happy to take them. I got one, and it says from Sagar. I'm a graphic designer and I love generating images and anything with AI. How should I upscale myself? What should I do? I think, generating images is something which is automatically done using Gen AI. I think it's neat. Again, one of the aspects that people are utilizing, and there is a lot of, yes, I think you yourself are talking about prompts. So, I think Chat GPT and you know one of the common again myths that we all come across is the fact that Chat GPT is enough of AI, or that is what AI is. I mean, that's not just limited to Chat GPT at this point in time, because Chat GPT, what is currently given to us uh, as a tool which is available for free, The ultimate goal of that process is to be able to collect data and then monetize on it when this becomes a monopoly, right? While those things are in the picture, we need to understand how we can utilize those segment and create something which is more holistic for ourselves. Because getting a subscription based model of ChatGPT, it's a very expensive affair for any organization, which is why they're very interested in creating something of their own. That's why the learning of AI and machine learning comes into the picture. So so the uh, the being a graphic designer, if in a case you want to make a career in AI and machine learning, uh, that requires you to learn AI and machine learning. If it is about generating this images, I think you're talking about from an end user perspective, which in terms of your serious career progression, I don't see much of an impact as well. It's just you being an end user. So today you have that opportunity, tomorrow graphic designing can completely be automated. So if we want to make that particular career opportunities at the end of the day, we need to either get into roles which is complementing generative AI and integrating generative AI with graphic designing. I think that is one of the aspects that you can look at. But for that, also formal education AI would be important. Uh, I see there are. I hope this answers your question, Sagar. Then I have a question from Shankar. While we understand the session is specifically to junior and senior managers in IT, not really wanting to shift from other domains into AI spectrum, what is your suggestion for the students pursuing BTech AI DS and from prominent engineering colleges and universities? Okay, okay. I understand you're talking from the perspective of being a fresher versus someone who is working. So, Shankar, I think while you are doing an AI and DS data, data science BTech, the structure of a BTech that is, designed by the government, basically the UGC grants and so on and so forth, is designed to deliver only theory, where the significance of that in the market is typically less than 10%. And that's a harsh reality, right? So there's a reason why freshers are not getting or being, absorbed by the organizations anymore. Even companies like TCS also are not interested in freshers, right? Because of the value addition that they will be doing and the kind of inputs that it requires to train those people and then get them to work, right? While they can get better, that can be done by existing people itself, or maybe they can hire somebody who is having a knowledge or a working knowledge in that particular domain. So with that, I think while you're doing that core learning in your engineering in AIDS, you should also go ahead and do something which will develop your skills. Those skills are the hands-on side of the process. So suggestion remains the same. You should do skill development, not theoretical development. Uh, I hope this answers your question, Shankar. I see Mohammed Riaz asking me program cost and payment modes. Okay, so program cost and payment mode, I think I will definitely be more than happy to go ahead and share it across. There are courses that are available in different segmentations and even in AI also. Before we get into the program cost and the payments mode, it'll be important for us to understand what is your learning requirement, right? And what is the outcome that you're expecting? Because without having an outcome, a program which is an outcome driven course is not going to add any value. Mohammed Riaz, I'll have somebody probably, if in a case you have any questions, I'll be more than, I'll request you to kindly reach out to us. For all of you all, I'm just sharing my, email ID with you for you guys to reach out alongside of my calling number as well as my WhatsApp. So if in a case you want to reach out to me, you can always reach out to me on this number as well as my WhatsApp. So with that, I think Mohammed Riaz, I'll have someone connect with you for the brochure and the details. and then accordingly we'll take it further. Um, and you can fill out the form that is there. So all of you all, if you have any questions, please fill the form so that we can reach out to you, or other, we can solve your query. That's the most important aspect. Then I have, which field of AI is better for freshers of BTech students? Uh, I mean, being a fresher, I think getting into a job opportunity is more important, rather than specialization. So what you need to learn is core AI and machine learning. Level one is very important. That is AI and machine learning as a whole. Field of AI is something that you'll be able to come to when you are having end-to-end knowledge in AI. Then you can choose if I want to make my career in generative AI, or if I'm getting a career in generative AI, if that is something which is high paying, or should I continue being into agentic AI, so on and so forth. So before you know AI, if you are judging, or if we are basically getting into the aspect of specialization, that is not the right pathway to be, or rather, that's not the right way of approach. First level will always be for someone to learn AI and machine learning as a whole, because you cannot limit your opportunities today being a fresher. Today, the priority that you have is to get a job opportunity. That's a priority, and that priority should be maintained. So work based on the priorities. I think I have another follow-up question from Sagar. I guess, yeah, Sagar, who was mentioned. Tell me an best program. What should I do? Sagar, I would require much more clarity, on your side as to what your end goal is before I can answer that. You fill in the form, and accordingly, we can go ahead and answer your queries as well. Um, Someone has asked me, what are the ethics and culture of companies that hire candidates not of technical background? Okay. So companies um, are of different categories. I mean, in this segmentation, there are IT companies, there are non-IT companies that are available who actually hire. It's more to do with the requirement. I mean, because the demand is higher than supply, companies don't have a choice that they have to only have people from technology, or they have to only have people who have an IT background or so and so background. Not really. So it's the market where the demand is higher than supply. If the demand is higher than supply, logic says opportunities wise, you will have more options if you have the right skill set. So even if you're coming in from a non-technical background, it depends. I mean, it could be from operations. Every organization, even in IT, there is operations, right? So there's a domain that remains the same, as I mentioned. One can be in the same domain integrating AI as a technology. The second one is one can change their complete domain and technology, and completely shift. So that's how it is. I hope this answers your question. I'm not sure what your name is, but yeah. The second question comes from Riaz. Mohammed Riaz has asked, currently working as data analyst. I'm so sorry. Having 7 years of experience, want to upskill in data science and analytics. Which program will suit for me? My follow-up question to you, Mohammed, would be: have you done any programs in data science, or into data analysis before, analytics before? If yes, then data science and analytics are not something that will value add at this point in time. If in a case you have not done a program, then in that case, data science and analytics, if you're struggling to basically be the same, since data analyst having 7 years of experience, I think you now need to grow to the next level. So you'll have to first figure out what are the roles, responsibilities that you're getting to look into or wanting to look into. If it's a techno-functional role, then data science and analytics makes sense. Value addition wise, I don't see a much value addition if you've already been working as a data analyst and you know Python, or you've worked with machine learning in some form or the other. If not, then definitely a formal education in data science and analytics will help. So program wise, I think again, I mean, data science, AI, it's all a subsidy and something, it's all the same ecosystem. So, recommendation is a UT Austin program that is there for 12 months, which you can look into. This is the Data Science and Generative AI program that will help you out in terms of understanding the requirement. But yeah, before we go there, I would rather like to talk to you or have someone connect with you for a better clarity of your career outcome, and then we can talk about the right fitment of the program. So I hope this answers your question, Mohammed Riaz. Somebody else has asked me, I have cleared Google AI Essentials. Now, how to move forward? I have an idea of NLP and machine learning. Okay. See, Siddharth, I mean, NLP as a domain is very huge, right? And just understanding from one aspect does not solve, or just having a theoretical knowledge in that actually is not going to be giving you any outcome, right? So if it is just for the sake of studying or knowing what AI is or what NLP is, great. You can keep that conceptual knowledge to you, and it's of no use when it comes to actual problem solving. When you're given a problem statement to solve, if you're not able to optimally solve it, defeats the purpose of me having a theoretical knowledge in AI. If I'm not able to optimize, means if my accuracy is getting to some 60% or 50% accuracy, that defeats the purpose of me just doing a theoretical understanding in this particular segment. So AI hands-on is non-negotiable, genuinely speaking, and just learning bits and parts does not fit into the criteria for any organization for that matter. So if you are learning this just because you're interested in it as a domain and you don't want to make a career in this, makes sense. I mean, there are many resources you can go about, many courses that are available, which is for free. But if you're talking about an outcome, genuinely speaking, in the all organization work with ATS, right? ATS is the application tracking system, which works on machine learning model. So in the ATS itself, your profile will be rejected, right? Because your ATS score is determined by multiple parameters. One of the core parameters contributing to it is credibility, from where you've done and the duration of the learning as well. Because that talks about the source authentication of what you've learned and how what value addition you'll be doing as well. There are multiple parameters. Post that you'll have to attend the interview, and interview you'll have to crack. And in the interview, the interviewers will ask you to solve a problem statement real time. So you coming back and just answering it theoretically or just going ahead and presenting your hypothesis, direct reject. So that's when the hands-on part comes into the picture. So my suggestion to you, Siddharth, would be to do a hands-on end-to-end learning if you're serious about a career in this. I see one question from Shravan. Shravan, you've asked me, I'm working as an AI ITM consultant, okay? How it helped me to improve my professional growth. And second one is that I am not able to understand such communication as you used today. Many things got missed. How can I understand this course? Um, okay. Now, see, I'll tell you this, right? So while the language of AI, there are terminologies like NLP and neural networks, and all of those things sounds very fancy. All of these are, very much understandable once we get into the literacy, as I said, the knowledge in this particular segment is something that we have not acquired as of yet. See, when we started our college or our school, right, nobody, literally, we did not also know what was numbers, right? Numbers was also a very fascinating, non-understandable commodity, or rather, just a visual for us, right? So we made that or we understood it when we started learning about it. So it's precisely how you can actually start understanding, that is to learn AI again. The higher purpose should be clear. So, Shravan, if in a case you're talking about implementing and integrating AI and machine learning into your current domain or role, it requires you to learn core of AI and machine learning. For this, I would want you to please go ahead and either reach out to me or fill in the form that Vikas has shared. Because I'll request you to send it once again to everyone, so that they can reach out, since it is already beyond the I think in the interest of time, I want all of you all to please go ahead and put your queries. I'll be more than happy to assist. If anyone feels that they would want to reach out, please have my email ID and number saved. You can always reach out. You can have an understanding of what can help you. There are courses, there are pathways which I can help you out with in terms of understanding and um, taking this further. I'll just go ahead and answer it to everyone. Sorry. Yeah, I've given it to everyone. Um, so, ultimate goal is to optimize a process, increase the efficiency, reduce cost, reduce time, reduce human intervention, and automate your redundant work. If you are not doing it, your company is already thinking and implementing it. So that's when we all lose our job opportunities at the end of the day, when our back is against the wall and nobody knows this unless it is happening with us. So when you, or if the idea is for a growth pathway, there are learnings in AI is very, very important in two different domains. One is finding growth in the current organization to be able to work on projects internally. That's an internal growth IGP that one can look at. Second is when someone wants a complete, I mean, they want to shift their career and change their organization to a different organization altogether. The idea and the ultimate purpose should be clear. That is to be able to get into a better salary package, or to be able to get into a better role and responsibility, or both, right? Which is important for us to understand. And how serious are we around that? If we are serious enough, we should be able to go ahead and make that happen. So with that, I think I have answered more or less all your questions. If there is anybody else who has anything else, please go ahead. I think I'm okay to take a couple of we can or else we can conclude it here. Is there any other question? Shravan, I hope you have filled in the form for us to basically typically help you understand what could be the typical pathway of career from here for you. Um, Siddharth, I think I've already answered your question. Anybody else having any other questions? Okay. So I think Vikas, we have taken I think we could reach out and answer all the questions. I don't think I've missed anything.
Oh, yes.
Um, yes. So I wish you all the very best, and be vocal about your requirements, so that we can help you in terms of understanding the career pathway as well, because I know that is one of the most burning questions that we all have at this point in time. Right. So it was great having you all onboarded, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you so much, Vikas.
Thank you. Thank you, Shilpa. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah.